Welcome to episode 132 and the season 6 finale of the Questlore series, Cold War. At the Ardoyne Zoo, Larry seems to be a bit paranoid about the penguins in the enclosure. He wants you to help by researching them. You're teleported to the iceberg. He needs 10 oak planks, 10 steel nails, a hammer and a spade to build the bird hide on a firm snow patch. You build it and cover it in snow. Now you observe the penguins from the shack and they're doing a secret greeting, which you take note of. Larry wants to know more about the penguins by infiltrating their base. To do so, he thinks that a disguise is in order. This could be a clockwork penguin suit. At the crafting bench in your player-owned house, you make a clockwork mechanism and then a clockwork penguin suit using an additional silk and a plank. In the meantime, the penguins destroyed your bird hide. They seem to know more than you suspect. Larry knows a shrinking spell, which was taught to him by a wise old man who helped him escape from being buried in an avalanche. You're shrunk and can now fit into the penguin suit. In the penguin pen, you do the penguin greeting that you saw earlier and are welcomed as a comrade. When asked how your progress goes in the main mission of learning how to fly, you say that you've been launched out of a cannon, have flown in a hot air balloon, and simply flapped your wings really hard. The penguin thinks this will make a great mission report to give to the penguins in the sheep pen in Lumbridge. One reason this penguin wants to learn how to fly is so that he can get out of this cage. He envies the humans' opposable thumbs. The penguins in Lumbridge will not speak to you without a secret phrase. In Ardoyne Zoo, you learn that the secret phrase is, "Do not trust the walrus." You use the secret phrase, and the disguised penguins want you to look into Farmer Fred. They somehow think that Fred is against the penguins by recruiting humans to keep shearing them. You tell Farmer Fred not to go near the penguin sheep. He seems to think that you're crazy and that you've spent too much time in the sun. You tell the penguins that Fred isn't a threat and that the sheep are the ones that they want to look out for. The fact that they are unsuspecting is their disguise. Then you give a report to hand the higher-ups at Palingrad. They also tell you how to get there. The password to give to the guard is cabbage and the entrance is on the iceberg concealed by an avalanche. While the shrink spell normally only works when you're close to Larry, it has a longer lasting effect if you're near ice. You talk to a KGP agent, this stands for Killer Gentoo Penguins, and do the secret greeting again, giving the password cabbage. He says that you need an ID to enter. Then you find a surfer penguin called Noodle. He wants some swamp tar and 5 feathers, and he will get you the ID card. You talk to the KGP agent, and the entrance is underneath the avalanche. In the first room to the west, you talk to another KGP agent. You give the mission report, and then you have to do a physical, which is just the agility course to make sure that you are fit and able to serve. You go through the door and see an army of penguins training. You make your way past all the obstacles, avoiding the floating icebergs, jumping the stepping stones, treading safely past the icicles, crossing the ice uphill, and then down the ramps, completing the course. Now that you've successfully completed the physical, you are free to go around the iceberg. Larry thinks that the penguins should have a main war room where they discuss their plans to take over the world. Near the control panel, a KGP agent says that you haven't got enough clearance to enter this section, so you enter a room with instruments and 2 penguin bards called Ping and Pong. As they don't have opposable thumbs, they are unable to play all of these instruments, although they think that bongos and cowbells could work. You use a mahogany plank and some leather to make the bongos, and then you steal a cowbell from the dairy cow in Lumbridge. These are given to Ping and Pong, and they sing the ballad about returning to the motherland. The noise from the ruckus they make distracts the KGP agent from in front of the gate. You're now able to use the control panel to slip through. You enter the war room. There is a map and penguin figurines on it, and here you see Pescalin Pax, the son of Pescalion the King, and also the head of research and development. An anti-magic device removes your suit, and the penguins seem to be planning to build a device that causes explosions. He leaves you to the Ice Lords to be dealt with. They are some icicle-wielding fiends. After you've defeated one, you can escape and then crawl through a chasm. Larry feels excited that he was right this whole time and that he wasn't crazy for believing that the penguins were planning war on the world. He'll update you once they've made a breakthrough in their research. A cutscene shows a gigantic penguin mech suit, possibly based on the design of the one they've just stolen from you. You now have access to the iceberg and the penguin agility course. Completing this quest is a requirement for making friends with my arm. Join me next time for the beginning of the final season of the Questlore series, where I'll start by explaining the lore behind In Search of the Maya Key.